Hello everyone, Dr. Mandell here with you. I hope you're having a good day or night regardless of where you are. Great program, instant relaxation to help you sleep quickly. I'm going to show you 4 great points. Auricular laser. Now I studied this stuff before it even came to the US, and that's a long story. I can answer your questions later about that, but this was done as a result of an injury I had going back we're looking at many years ago, but here is something that is going to be hopefully like magic for you. Look at this picture right here. This looks like a fetus inside the ear. Now, most people don't understand about auricular laser. Auricular laser is Eastern medicine. It's been around thousands of years, way, way, way before Western medicine. They're still using this. They're using acupuncture needles, acupressure. And I'm going to show you right here in just a second. I have a real laser, low-level laser that I use. I use it on myself as well as people over many years. We've used laser in the ear for many, many years, and something that I would call myself a specialist because I've been doing it so many years. Here is a great source, Auriculotherapy Manual in Eastern and Western. This is out by Terry Olison. He's a PhD. He is a great author. That's probably one of the Bibles that we use here. And we can treat all kinds of conditions through the ears. Now, how does this work? What we're doing is we're stimulating a point or points within the ear. Now, I'm going to go over that with you. This stimulates energy to the brain. The brain then stimulates energy throughout the body. And you're saying, how does that work? Well, that's how acupuncture works. Acupuncture is about the yin-yang. It's about the homeostasis. This is an interesting program. I love doing this one. So I really hope, hello chatters, I hope you're doing well. Look at that little fetus inside the ear. Now, if you look at the lower part of the ear, that's where the head is. And if you see how the fetus is all curled up inside that ear, well, guess what? Points of that fetus correspond to who we are right now. There are points that we're going to hit on that fetus that determines what point is wherever it is within our body. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to a very important thing that we're going to talk about. It is all about the fetus here. Let's hold on one second. These are the ear points. Let's go ahead and remove this. This is what we're going to talk about. These are points within the ear, and these are points that we're going to stimulate. But let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about these points. Now, the main points that we're going to focus on here are the ones that have arrows on them. Shenmen, point 0, tranquilizer, as well as master cerebral. Now, I want to come back so I can see your face. You could see mine. Or I'm just kidding. I can't see you, but I want you to see mine. I want to show you, because this is part of the educational lesson, what a low-level laser. This is a low-level laser, a K laser. And this is the red light. I'll put it right up in here. And if I turn it on, okay, it will start to beep. Okay. Okay, that means I can treat. Now, what we would do is we would take that light and we would hit that point. That is energy. That is actually light energy that comes out that stimulates points in the ear. But obviously, you're not going to use this laser. I'm going to shut this off, but this is a K laser for treating auricular points in the ear for all kinds of conditions like anxiety, sleep disorders, nervousness. We can pump up endorphins like 50-fold within minutes. Well, guess what? These points that I'm going to teach you about is going to help pump up those endorphins. It's going to help you relax. It's going to help you relax and help get rid of anxieties and help you relax to fall asleep quicker and make your body just... And that's what it's all about. So I want to go to this thing right here. You're going to say, how do we stimulate these points? Well, you can use anything that is firm and a little dull at the end. And if I'm going to show you right here, here's something I like to use. This is a Q-tip, but a plastic Q-tip, but it's very firm on the end. So I can get into these certain points, okay, and I would just stimulate the point like this. So I can show you right here. Let's see, I'm on a point here where I find the point. I'm going to stimulate it just for like 15 seconds. That's how we're going to do this. So if you get a point, we're going to stimulate it for about 15 seconds each point, and I'm going to show you just a little bit about this. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Now, there's another thing you can get is called an ear reflexology pen or an ear probe. You can get them for $6, $7, $8. Let me show you what that looks like here. That's just a little probe where you can stimulate the points. Now you can be creative, all right? If you have a dull pen, it's not sharp, you can stimulate it with that. You may get like a small tweezers with a dull end. You can be creative. You can use anything that you want to use, and I'm sure in our chat room they're going to tell you some other things that they use, but you can be creative. I'm not telling you what you have to use, but you want to get something small. I like this little tip here. It's not soft, it's kind of firm because it's plastic. It's not the real soft Q-tip. And I can go right on a point and I can just stimulate the point like that. So just to give you an understanding where we are right now. Okay, let's go for the gusto. Let's talk about the importance of these points. Now what I'm going to do, you're not going to see me right now. Let's go to these points here. And these are what we're going to talk about. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about each point. First, I'll talk about the main master points. There are master points, primary master points, and secondary points. If you look at Shenmen and point 0, those are the two main master points. That is a must. Actually, in most health conditions, those points will always be stimulated. So I want you to get your landmark. How are you going to do this? This is a good picture. You can look at your ear in the mirror or look at a dummy mirror and kind of learn your anatomy a little bit. But if you're pretty bright, you'll figure it out. But that point 0 and that Shenmen is like miracles. Now, understand a little bit about point 0. It balances energy, balances hormones, balancing brain activity. Shenmen tranquilizes the mind. It helps alleviate stress and pain and tension, anxiety, depression, insomnia, restlessness. It helps inflammatory problems. It helps bring down blood pressure. If we look at the tranquilizer point, as you know, basically what it says, it's going to obviously facilitate overall relaxation. It's going to relieve generalized anxiety. It actually reduces blood pressure and chronic stress. The master cerebral, as you see where it's at, this basically diminishes nervousness, anxiety, fear, worry, obsessive compulsive disorders, psychosomatic disorders, pessimistic thinking, chronic pain. These are the main 4 that I want to stimulate 15 seconds at each point. A little bit about the other points, just so you know, in case you want to go back on your own and do this. The sympathetic, we talk about the fight or flight, the sympathetic. Sympathetic obviously stimulates, that will slow it down. We look at the master point, oscillation point. That point generally very depth, but primarily it really they use it for attention deficit disorders. They use it for dyslexia. They use it for conditions where there's changes going on the left and right side of the body. We look at the thalamus. Now, with thalamus has a lot to do with pain. Thalamus is a very, very powerful point. Just wanted to throw that out at you. We look at the endocrine, helps balance out the endocrine hormones in the body, and the master sensorial. Basically, that deals with the cortex of the parietal lobe, or the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe, and this helps reduce any unpleasant or excessive sensations. Ringing in the ears, blurred vision, tactile paresthesia. That is known as the master sensorial. You can do research on this. You can look it up in Google, but just basically look at those 4 points: Shenmen 15-20 seconds, point 0, tranquilizer point, and master cerebral point. A great 4 points to help stimulate the nervous system and release a lot of anxiety. And I guarantee you start doing these points, you will really see miraculous changes. It's quite powerful. I've been doing these points for many years. Before anyone here, I went to Europe to study this before it was even FDA approved here in the United States, because I had my own issues, and obviously I had to be proactive and take action. So I learned all about this. I'm sure I'll have many questions. I'll answer that later. But I ask you to really look into this, something that is safe, it's very effective, and I really hope that you'll share this on your social media. Check out my my channel, Motivational Doc, if you are new to this channel, and I ask you to subscribe if you haven't. Check out my Facebook, Motivational Doc. Give it a thumbs up, leave whatever messages, comments there. I really appreciate what people have been doing there as well. I really hope from my heart that this can be a big answer for you. There's a lot of people out there who are taking all kinds of medicines. And remember, the first most important thing is giving your body the ability to repair on its own, that God has given you a body to work an ideal way. And sometimes we lose focus in who we are and what we're about. So let the innate intelligence do its thing. Let the wisdom do its healing and give it time. I know a lot of people out there are suffering with pain, problems, anxiety. I know how pain increases anxiety, increases tension, and affects your overall entire life. But I hope that this will make some changes in your life. God bless everyone, and we'll be with you back real soon. Bye-bye now.